The first ever Whiskey Fest.
Whiskey Fest at the Forge.
Jeremie Bacon has invited me back out here to the Forge. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you coming out to hang out.
We're going to have some fun today.
Yes, we are. There's about 25 whiskeys, I think, ish, on tap today, and I expect you to have at least 24 of the 25 before you walk out here, okay?
You know, you think that's a joke. I think I might be able to do it.
No, it's not a joke.
I'm wearing my Bourbon and Beyond hat
I know.
today,
That's why I expect it. I want to see you, responsibly drunk today.
Okay, responsibly. Responsibly.
Drunk.
That's why we're doing this before I start drinking.
Exactly right.
Exactly. Okay.
Right.
Band's on the stage. People are filing in. First time you do this. Before we get into all the stuff that's going on at the Forge here this summer, and I know you have a full schedule, doing something new.
Yeah.
Is it nerve-wracking? Do you worry about the response? It's kind of like, we're going to do it, and then we're going to learn from it. We're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger with it. How do you look at those?
That is exactly how we look at it, right?
Yeah.
So, the whole goal of the event space here at the Mount is to fill up the summers with activities, festivals, concerts, and stuff that, the widest audience in this region would want to experience and have fun with, right? And so every time we try something, like last year, for example, we did our first wine fest, which was super fun. We learned a ton from it. This year it'll be twice as big, twice as much wine, twice as many vendors, and last year, because we sold out in an hour. It was rough. So we had to we were scrambling, getting more product here. It was crazy. So we said, well, great. What else do people like to drink? We like to drink whiskey. Let's try the Whiskey Fest. And generally for us, year one is the experimental phase where we get it done, we get people out, and then we move on from there. In year 2, 3, and 4, it gets bigger and better and cooler. So
that's
fun.
Awesome. You know, you talk about learning from things. I pulled up, I parked here.
Yeah.
You have a big area. This is a large grounds that you have here. And I saw these guys as I was driving in walking. And they caught up to me, and I said, where did you guys park? And they said, we heard about Whiskey Fest. We walked here from Lemont downtown. So they learned a lesson, too, today.
Nice.
And what they should do is they should watch Lemont's Unlocked. You learn more before you go. Remember, it's on any podcast player. We got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Facebook feed. So many ways to kind of consume it. So this party going on today, the band, you got it heavily staffed. But you have new things here. We're sitting in front of I don't know, do I call this a teepee, a triangle house? What are you referring to?
Yeah, these are little A-frame VIP lounges.
Okay.
Yeah, so last year we introduced the VIP lounges that we actually hung out on top of. Remember that?
Yeah, we
year?
did.
Yeah, on the roof decks. So we brought in a second form of them out here this year. So we have the cargo container style VIP lounges that have indoor and up top roof deck spaces. And then we put in a handful of these as well because so many people want to come out with their whole family to enjoy a concert and have a private space. So this is one way you can have a public private space for just your family or your friends or your birthday party or whatever it is and enjoy the concert or the festival or whatever it might be. So,
yeah, and you have so many concerts. Do you know how many concerts you're doing this summer?
A lot.
So, I asked the hard question.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me a number, Jeremy.
I want to say it's 33,
Wow.
But I might be wrong. So basically every Friday, Saturday, and every other Sunday from Memorial Day through mid-September is a concert or a festival or a family fun activity. So by that I mean, for example, last week we had Sawyer's Family Fun Day.
Right.
So Sawyer's one of our mascots, and so there was a bunch of fun games and activities. There was a petting zoo for kids. Just a couple of Sundays you'll see some big fun thing like that for families. And then Fridays and Saturdays is usually music or some sort of festival, whether it's a whiskey fest or a wine fest or a shopping market or whatever. There'll be something really cool.
But the rest of the park doesn't shut down. As I walked up, everybody's on canoes. They're zip lining. They're climbing all the different structures here. I mean, it's a full day at the Forge today.
That's right.
Do you get people that show up and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? We did the zip line. Now we're going into this festival.
100%.
Does that happen?
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of why we built the Forge the way that we did. It's the whole business is built on 3 pillars, right? I call them exhilarate, educate, and entertain. The exhilarate is the obvious one. That is, zip lines and kayaking and biking and walking the trails and miniature golf and all that fun stuff. Just physical activities that you can do with your family and friends. The entertainment piece is also obvious. That's concerts, festivals, what we're doing right now, hanging out, having a good time. And then educate is our corporate and school programming. So we do corporate education, school education. We do thousands of students out here a year for stuff. And then we also have a summer camp program that runs all summer long. and it sells out usually by mid-February. It's like that popular. So, it's a blast. It's super, super cool. So that's the educate pillar.
And you get so many people for those camps.
Oh,
Like,
we sell out.
I mean, folks, I love Lemont. I'm here a couple times a week, but like I live 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I knew people 30 minutes away who sent their kids there. My nephew was at that camp
I'm
this
glad
past
he was
week.
able
I
to
mean,
come,
like,
yeah.
and I didn't even know he was going there, and I was
super
laughing.
cool.
So he was like, my sister's like, "What's the Forge?" And I gave her the whole background. I'm like, "It's time for you to make a trip out there."
That's awesome. Well, get out here, sister. Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I think that'll work.
Yeah.
Get
here now.
So now you got the concerts out here this year. What are your big events? Like, I know that you have stuff like, on the weekends. You have almost like a flexible schedule here. But what are you looking forward to? What should people mark on their calendar that Jeremie says, don't miss this at the Forge?
Well, so I would say the for sure, if you're around, you should come to Forge Fest. So that is this year, I think it's July 19th or July 17th. I can't remember this. It's a Saturday in July, middle of the month. And that's our birthday party, because we opened up in the middle of July in 2020 during the pandemic. And so every year, as close to our birthday as possible, we have an event. It's free. Like this, it's free to come. You only pay for food and beverage for that day too. Just like today, you pay only for the whiskey and stuff. But that one, there's usually 2,000 people out here, and we have concerts all day long, music and fun. Activities are super, super discounted. And then we have probably the coolest fireworks show in the region here. We get special, I'll say this, we have special relationships with people that allow and people that run fireworks shows.
Okay.
And so the fireworks are like literally right above your face. I mean, it happens so close to the ground, and it is unbelievable. So there's like rock and roll playing and then fireworks. That one's fun. It's free. It's awesome. So again, mid-July, always recommend coming out for it. If you like wine, our wine festival is coming up, and go to forgeparks.com and you can see the full list of all the events and all the activities. The Wine Fest is super fun. It's chill music, always a blast. Again, we usually have 1,000 to 1,200 people for that, so it's not too crowded. It's plenty of space, plenty of fun. That one's a super fun one. And then we have so many amazing concerts. Like one of them that's coming up really soon. I think it might be next Friday.
Okay.
So that would be June 19th or 20th or something like that. Maybe. Whatever day today is. I think today's the 13th, right? So anyway, that's the Ron Burgundy's. It's a yacht rock band.
Oh, I love it. I love the Ron Burgundy's, man.
Yeah, and yacht rock is a blast. I mean, yeah.
They are fun on stage.
They are.
You play, right?
I do.
Do you ever want to jump up on stage with bands like that? Do you ever you get the urge to kind of be like, hey guys, welcome to my giant theme park, okay? Can I get on stage with you?
So I gotta be honest. Sometimes it's tempting. Like, so with the sound system, obviously, like all the mics half the mics are
like these.
cord, and some are cordless.
Okay.
But the system can pick up the cordless mics all the way on the other side of the park, like forever far away. And so, like last night, for example, we had a Led Zeppelin band out called Kashmir. They're awesome. And one of the things they do that's kind of signature fun is their Jimmy Page guy, their lead guitarist. He comes out into the audience and plays guitar on a bunch of songs, right? So he's wandering around with his guitar and do this. So leading this back to like me, sometimes I'm like, I should just have a microphone and like be back by the bar area or whatever. And when I get bored, or when like maybe I can tell they need secondary vocals, just like flip the switch.
And they just jump in.
Just start singing.
And they don't even know.
No, they wouldn't know because they wouldn't hear me in the monitors.
Right.
But the crowd would be like, wait, what? What's this harmony going on? It would be so fun. So you never know. It might happen.
That's awesome. That's very, very cool. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to run around and taste some of these whiskeys.
You should.
I got to say, though, every time I come here, you've added to it. You've made it look even nicer. And I know you're doing so much for the actual grounds around here.
Yeah.
And I know that you always have these projects where you're helping out with getting rid of invasive species and making sure that those efforts continue as well.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the last time that you were with me, or maybe it was 2 times ago when we got into that, the response I got, I felt like most people didn't know that.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to talk about it, and certainly it's great that people know. Today, actually, in fact, before the Whiskey Festival started, we had the last of our seasonal, it's called Quarry Care, but every second Saturday from October through June, we don't do July, August, September because it's just a madhouse, but October through June, second Saturday of every month, we do a Quarry Care thing where you'll have anywhere from 10 to 50 volunteers. Just people from the community come out, high school kids, adults and stuff. Today, like a lot of father and son, mother and daughter, mother and son groups come out. And so today we did 3 hours of invasive plant removal, so we teach people, okay, which are the natives, which are the invasives, both the trees, but also then the actual plants. And depending on where we are in the season, we remove certain kinds of plants, right? So today we spent hours around the shorelines taking out burdock and some other plants, but because this morning was a perfect day for like fishing for birds, there were Caspian terns, our osprey came out and hunted, we had Cooper's hawks hunting, we had osprey hunting, bald eagles hunting. It was incredible.
Wow.
So like when you're out there, then that never used to happen before. Like these birds there was nothing here for them. And so it's really cool to see every year it just gets nicer and better and more native and more color and more bugs and bees and animals, and it's awesome. So
the wildlife is back. There's whiskey now because they got a fest every year. We've got all new structures here. The band is playing. We're going to have a great time. Jeremy, thanks so much for having me.
Chris, thank you for coming out and hanging out, man. Appreciate it.
All right, moving around Whiskey Fest here at the Forge. Jose is with me, and who are you representing today?
Brown-Forman.
Okay, tell me about that.
So we represent, the distributor is Brown-Forman. We would do Old Forester, we'll do Scotch, Woodford Reserve, Jack Daniels, and basically their whole line. So rye, bonded, same thing with the Woodford Reserve, malted as well.
So I mean, I don't want to say something disparaging because I love some of these, but these are common ones that I would find in liquor stores. So
your neighborhood liquor store, places like that.
I'm a big fan of Forester. I'm a big fan of Woodford. I'm a big fan of Old Forester, but I don't think I've ever had 1910. Gotcha. So I'm a big bourbon drinker. I do the bourbon trail all the time. Honest to goodness, this is my favorite segment I think I've ever done on Lemont Unlocked because I get to do this today. Tell me about the 1910.
So the 1910, just like the other ones, they all have different years on them, right? So this one's 1910. October 1910, one of their distilleries was set on fire, right? Accidentally. So which caused them to kind of double barrel a lot of their whiskey to try and keep it safe. Not knowing they created something out of that double barreling, right? So once they were able to remove everything from that distillery and those double barrels, meaning the second barrel was actually charred more, once they poured it out, they realized, yo, we just created something. That was back in 1910 of October, which made it a little bit more smoother and sweeter on the notes.
All right, so I want to try this now. So you're saying I'm going to get sweeter?
Notes, you got vanilla, a little bit of black pepper in there, maybe a little bit of caramel.
I had a distiller tell me one time, you know how you taste the notes? You put a little bit in, you swish it around, like mouthwash, and then that way you remind yourself it's poison, but the next time you have it, you can taste everything. Is that right?
Yeah, it sounds about accurate. Yep. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, I can take the pepper for sure in there.
Yes, yep. It's pretty smooth. It's got a sweeter taste to it. It's not too high proof. If I'm not mistaken, this is a 93 proof, so it's enjoyable. My opinion, anything between 80 to 95. 100 max is an enjoyable proofage. Mash bill, I want to say it's 87%. Might have been corn. They throw a little bit of rye and some wheat in there.
That's amazing. The 1910 by Old Forester. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm with Jeff from Star Union Spirits here, and I did not know that you existed. Where's this out of again?
We are in Peru, Illinois, about 6 miles west of Starved Rock State Park. And if you go hiking, go there hiking first and then come to us. Don't do the opposite.
So it is a whiskey fest. It looks like you make a lot of different things. What does your company make?
This is our flagship, 75% corn, 25% rye, light whiskey. It's not diet whiskey, though.
Light whiskey?
Yeah. So we go a little higher than 160 initially, and we go into a used barrel. And so we generally call it light whiskey. We're in a clock factory in Peru, so we've got pocket watches, grandfather clock pulls at American Craft, Midwestern quality, the phases of the moon on a grandfather clock, a lot of detail on the label, including the old Illinois riverboats.
This is incredibly smooth. This reminds me of when I've done the Bourbon Trail before, and down in Louisville, and when I go to a craft distillery, when I go to one that's like off the beaten path, they're like serving out of a barn or something like that, and those are always like the best ones. They've done something new. This is very tasty.
Oh, thank you. We've been really inventive. We started as brandy makers in a Chicago garage. And, the wine was, not brandy, I'm sorry, winemakers.
Then it turned into brandy.
You can't, yeah. Then, the funny thing is, like, the grapes make brandy too. So I was offered, the wine was awful at first, but then 15 years later, somebody said, I'll give you $40 for that bottle of wine. And I said, let's make brandy instead, and let's open a distillery. And my business partner, Bob, said, I'm from Peru. Let's go make it in Peru, Illinois. And we found this old clock factory his grandfather and 5,000 other people once worked at, and we were able to be the front end, like remodel the front entrance and save it from demolition.
All right, I know you're going to have to serve some people. There's people here. One more question though before I let you go.
Yeah.
Festivals like this one here at the Forge, here in Lemont, how important is it to you, your business? I mean, this is it's a whiskey business. It's a distilling business. It's big in scale, but it's still a small business, and it's a startup. How important are these fests?
Well, these festivals, we love to support the festivals because we are local, and everybody loves local. You've got some of the bigger ones here. And many people didn't know Illinois used to be the whiskey capital of the world before Prohibition. And
oh, come on now.
Yes, in Peoria.
If you said that out loud down in Kentucky, they'd be chasing you out of the state.
Hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. Don't let anybody tell you that Kentucky, they stole it from us after Prohibition, but before Prohibition, we were the biggest and best. So, I think Illinois has some corn, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corn is an ingredient that is necessary.
Yeah, it's like the other vegetables aren't even trying.
Moving down Tent Row here at this Whiskey Fest at the Forge, and I'm at Whiskey Acres. Things are picking up, so when we talk with people, they're serving while we're talking with them. Bob is here. Bob, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. You are serving up a lot of different things here. What did Whiskey Acres bring out?
Today we brought out a Bottle and Bond bourbon or Bottle and Bond rye, obviously 4 years old, 100 proof. Ours are actually aged a little longer than that, about 6 years each. Then we have an Imperial Stout finish. Then we have a cigar batch, which we have the luxury of Pat Brophy being our sales rep and used to work at Binny's for 17 years. So he can allocate a lot of barrels for us. And then the last one we have is a single barrel aged in a maple syrup cask.
Wow. You put one in a stout though? That is something I've never heard of before. Where did they come up with that?
That's got to be your next pour.
What am I trying right now?
You're trying our Bottle and Bond bourbon. It's kind of our fleet, if you will. So you're going to find that at Binny's, all your liquor stores.
That is a smooth bourbon.
Yeah, anything of our fleet as our straight bourbon, straight rye, our Bottle and Bond bourbon, Bottle and Bond rye. They're always available at all your liquor stores. Then you get to the cask finishes. Then it's once a year release. They change every year. The cigar batch last year was in 3 barrels. Now it's up to 6.
This one I can almost taste like the wood that it was in. I mean, this is very, very clean. It's a very clean finish. How long has Whiskey Acres been around?
Whiskey Acres was established in 2013. The first barrel was filled in 2015. So we've been around quite a long time. 13 years filling barrels.
Time flies.
16 years. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about a fest like this. First time that they're doing it. They're going to keep building, growing. It's something that Jeremie Bacon from the Forge, who we talked to earlier, told me this is something they want to do as a yearly thing. Tell me about how important it is for your distillery, for distillers to be able to go to fests like this.
It's kind of both. We help them get people here, and obviously they help us promote our product. It's the bottom line. We always coexist with people and festivals, and we also promote. It's like cross-promoting. So events, fundraisers, things like that, festivals. So I can see potential here.
Is there any other thing that you want people to know about Whiskey Acres before we go?
Whiskey Acres is what Whiskey Acres is known for. It's a 2,000-acre farm. So it starts at as a farm. Only 15% of that farm is used for the distillery, so still a commodity farm. So then the distillery side, we're able to grow the different varietals of corn. Most of your bourbons are made with yellow dent feed corn. We actually do experiment with different corns. This is a blue popcorn, so every Every year that comes out the first Friday in December. It actually, changing the corn.
It's blue.
Yes, changing the corn from a yellow dent to a blue corn, it makes the finished product of the bourbon sweeter. So take the bourbon you just had and imagine a little bit of sweeter notes and a lot longer legs.
All right, we're hanging with Mike at Pollyanna. I think this is a perfect place to end this little tour of whiskey. First off, tell me about what you guys are doing right now. I was actually there, Mike. Little trivia question for you. I was there for the first barrel. The first time they pulled it, I got to try it. What are we up to now?
So this is our 4th year now. So it's a high corn bourbon. This is right from our distillery, fresh. So this is straight from our barrels, 100% us.
Awesome. And while you're at this festival, it must be cool to have like a whiskey fest now popping up in your own backyard. You get to see all the other distilleries, but you get to show off your stuff to people that are traveling here.
Yeah, it's very cool, that Pollyanna, they started as a brewery, but moved into distilling. So it's nice to see that it's coming to Lemont, and it seems like it's taken a bigger foothold. So really cool to be part of that.
That's awesome. I'm going to let you finish the show off with me this episode because I've already sampled this several times at Pollyanna Social. I'll probably be there after this fest is over. But thank you so much for having me, and cheers, my friend.
Cheers.